How to be in your feminine energy and get the best out of life. When I was younger, I did not know the difference between masculine versus feminine energy. And I myself was very much in my tomboy era. Maybe some of you can also relate to it, that when you were younger, you were acting more boyish. That's basically what a tomboy is. Here's a picture of me when I was in my tomboy era. However, as I got older, I grew out of my tomboy era and became way more feminine by nature, and I was taking care a lot in regards to my physical appearance, whether that was styling my clothes, going to get my hair done, my nails done, etc. However, just because you look more feminine, it does not mean that you are in your feminine energy. Maybe you even come across a person that looks very good, she takes care of herself, however, she gives off very masculine energy. Because dressing feminine and doing all these things in regards to your physical appearance does not mean that you find yourself in your feminine energy. Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my YouTube channel. When it comes to feminine energy, it has nothing to do with your looks, but everything to do with your energy and on what type of frequencies you radiate. So first, let me break down to you what feminine energy even is, because there's a lot of social media talk around feminine energy and how to be more feminine, yet no one explains what feminine energy means at the core. Being in your feminine energy means having inviting energy, inviting the best opportunities, the biggest blessings into your life, just simply through your existence and truly believing that you deserve it. It's also being able to receive certain things without necessarily putting in an effort or putting in minimal effort. Because being happy and living your best life is your birthright. And especially when you find yourself in your feminine energy, you will realize that you will be very much in tune with your emotions. And there are specifically two qualities that will resonate with you if you find yourself in your feminine energy. First of all, you will be very intuitive. And second of all, you will have high emotional intelligence. Also meaning that you will know how to react in certain situations and you will be able to keep calm and collected, because you know for yourself that anything and anyone that needs to be in your life will be anyways, just because in the state you find yourself in, which is very feminine, very inviting, and just being able to receive things without putting in an effort. You know how sometimes people ask you, oh my God, how did you find this out? And you just simply knew things because of your female intuition, because you were so aligned with your emotions and the universe that you did not need for anyone to tell you what's going on. You figured everything out yourself. And when you have an excellent intuition, that's when you know that you find yourself in your feminine energy. I also started to realize for myself personally that when I started my spiritual journey about 2 years ago, and when I started to meditate in the mornings, I started to be really much in my feminine energy, because it's not that I wasn't feminine beforehand, but I would not say that necessarily the best opportunities, the best people came into my life, because maybe I looked very feminine, but that does not mean that I was in my feminine energy. Because being in your feminine energy is simply also meaning that you have a lucky life, simply because you know that you deserve it, and having an amazing life with the best opportunities coming your way, meeting wonderful people, and just things happening to you would shock you in the moment, but then you realize, of course, all these amazing things are happening to you, because when you find yourself in your feminine energy, life turns around for the better. Now you probably wonder what you can do to be more in your feminine energy. Let's say, for example, a guy offers to help you with your bags, to bring them into your Uber. If a guy offers to help you, let him help you, because it's what I was saying before. If you are in your feminine energy, you're going to be able to receive things. If you're not used to receiving things or people helping you, maybe your first instinct would be to say, oh no, it's fine, I can do it myself, because you're not used to receiving things, or someone else to help you. If a guy offers to help you and you say, oh no, it's okay, I'm fine, you are just showing that you're operating in your masculine energy. You are independent does not mean that you need to prove another guy that you can do all yourself. And it's not bad to operate on a more masculine energy, especially when it comes to your dreams and what you want to achieve in life. Because at the end of the day, masculine energy is all about being ambitious, being determined, and executing things. However, especially when it comes to your love life or simply interacting with men, you should aim to be in your feminine energy, because not only will it make your life much easier, but you will also realize for yourself how nice it is to be connected to your core nature of being a woman. So the next time a guy offers to help you and takes your bag or opens the door for you or even buys you a gift, just learn to receive everything that comes your way. And maybe you're not used to receive help or to receive gifts or to simply sit back and relax. However, when you start to do it, you will realize how good you will feel about yourself, that you are in your feminine energy and you don't need to do everything yourself, because you have a man by your side that can help you and that can spoil you. So instead of thinking the next time, I can do it all myself, I'm fine, I'm a very independent woman. Just because you're independent and you can do it all yourself, you need to start thinking to yourself, of course he wants to help me. I'm all that. Why would he not help me? And when you actually are starting to accept help from other people, you will realize how much nicer it will become for you to live your life. And when you're able to receive gifts from guys without feeling guilty or thinking to yourself, oh my God, why did he do that? You should start feeling good about yourself, because of course any guy that comes your way wants to treat you like a princess, help you, and buy things that make you happy. Because when he's able to help you and when he's able to provide for you, he will find himself in his masculine energy and you will find yourself in your feminine energy. And that's the perfect balance when it comes to your love life. If you want to have an amazing love life, you need to be able to be in your feminine energy. And of course, when it comes to your career, you will have some masculine energy qualities such as being determined and being ambitious. Also, being in your feminine energy means to have this inviting energy. And that also means that you're automatically going to receive princess treatment, because any guy that finds himself around you will know that you will accept nothing less than being treated like a princess. And that's exactly what distinguishes a girl who is being treated like trash versus a girl who is being treated like the absolute princess that she is, because she allows herself to be in her feminine energy, which means to be able to receive things, with things to come her way where she put in minimal effort or no effort at all, because she knows that she's able to receive these things simply through her existence, that she allows other people, especially men, to help her, and that she's aware that she can simply live her best life through just being herself. Second of all, what you can do to be more in your feminine energy, be in tune with your emotions and communicate very clearly with the people around you. You know how everyone says communication is key? That's exactly what you need to learn to do. You need to be able to communicate very clearly with the people around you, because another person cannot read your mind and cannot know how you necessarily feel if you don't communicate it with them. And if you do not communicate clearly with the people, the negative emotions that you are experiencing will eat you up alive. Because if you feel a certain type of way, you should not let your emotions eat you up alive and cluster all the angriness, frustration, sadness inside of you. Because not only will you not be in your feminine energy anymore, if you experience negative emotions and you don't process your emotions, they will catch up later in your life until a moment where you will explode. Because if you communicate with a person directly and you tell someone else how you feel, you're able to process your emotions, which also means that you can let go way easier if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated, or if you're feeling sad. Being in your feminine energy also means being light and being able to be positive. And if you do not process your emotions, there is no way for you to be light and radiate positivity. And radiating positivity is a plus, not only because everyone loves to be surrounded by positive people who light up a room, because more good things will come your way. Because the way you act is also what you invite into your life. So the more positive you are and the more positive your outlook on life is, that's when all these amazing opportunities will come into your life. Third of all, be able to be vulnerable. I know it can be very hard in this generation that we live in to be vulnerable, open up to someone, and let your guard down. However, being vulnerable is not a weakness. It actually shows how powerful you are. Because if you open up to someone, or if you're able to be vulnerable, you also know that potentially you might get hurt if the person doesn't feel the same way towards you, or simply if things between you two end. However, you own it to yourself to be vulnerable and be true to your emotions. Because if you as a girl never open up, or you never let down your guard, then there is a big chance that these hidden emotions will come out some other time. And of course, I'm not saying that you should be vulnerable with everyone and you should let your guard down with everyone. But I'm telling you that you should not let past experiences from preventing you to open up to someone else who might actually be a good person. Also, learn to let yourself feel whatever you're feeling, whether that's angriness, sadness, frustration, or any other type of emotions. Because at the end of the day, we are all humans and we will not have every day a good day. And I personally always give myself a 1-day rule. Whenever I feel angry, sad, frustrated, I tell myself I have 24 hours to feel that way. And after, I let it go. Because when you give yourself a day or two to be sad, to be angry, or feel any type of way, you are processing your emotions. And then after this time period, you can let it go way easier. However, if you store all these negative emotions inside of you, never let yourself feel these type of emotions, then they will come up eventually later. So it's way better that if you realize that you're having a bad day or you feel a certain type of way, just let yourself feel those emotions and then let it go. And once you let go of these negative emotions, you free up space for being light, for being positive, and for being happy. Also, lastly, what I would recommend each and everyone to do is to start meditating. Once I started meditating 2 years ago, my life honestly changed for the better. Not only because I was connected with all my chakras, which are all the energy centers in our bodies, but it also helped me to build my intuition by working with the third chakra, which we all have between our eyebrows, because that's exactly where we develop our intuition from. Now I want to tell you what you should definitely not do, especially when you are seeing someone or you are in a relationship with a man. Do not control him, because the more you're trying to control him, the more he's going to run away from you. Because just think about it, the only times when you would try to control someone is if you are insecure where you stand with him in the relationship, if the man makes you doubt you, or if you do not trust him. However, if it's any of these three things, why be with such a man in a relationship either way? Because any man that makes you doubt you, or a man that you cannot trust, then it's pointless to keep entertaining the guy and be with him if you can be instead with a guy who will treat you like the absolute goddess, and a man that you will never need to control because you feel so secure, fulfilled, and happy in your relationship. So if you find yourself having the need to control your man, let him go, because he's for the streets. A woman that is truly in her feminine energy will not have the need to control anyone or anything, because she's aware that all the people that are supposed to be in her life and all the things that should happen will happen for her, since she does not need to force anyone to be in her life or anything to come her way, because all these people and amazing opportunities will come naturally into her life. Second of all, stop trying to prove your man how independent you can be. It's not bad to be independent, and you should in fact have a life of your own. However, being an independent woman does not mean that you need to do everything yourself. Let your man help you, let your man provide for you, and let your man spoil you, because you truly deserve it. When you let them do things for you, you will not only feel so good about yourself because you are treated like a princess, but the man will also feel good because he's able to provide for you, he's able to add value into your life, and most importantly, he will feel good about himself because he knows that he can make you happy. And that's when everyone is in the right place. You are in your feminine energy and the man is in his masculine. With that being said, never ever pay for your man, because your man is not a princess. There's only room for one princess in the relationship, and that's you. He, on the other hand, is a man and he needs to be your hero. And there's also this one quote that I love to say, that masculinity needs to be earned versus femininity needs to be protected. Third of all, choose your man wisely. You know, it's actually so interesting to me how two different men can view you completely differently. One man can view you as being very much in your masculine energy, versus another man can find you extremely feminine. And that also depends on what energy the man flourishes on. When you find yourself in a company of a man, femininity means being soft and being able to let your guard down. However, that's only possible when you have a masculine guy by your side and not a pussy, because otherwise you will turn into a masculine woman, as masculinity always remains, yet femininity adapts based on who you're with. So only choose to date men who are in their masculine energy and not feminine, because not only is that extremely unattractive, but you yourself will turn into a man, because when you start to date a guy, there is only one person who can be in their masculine energy and one person who can be in their feminine energy. And you always should just date guys who find themselves in their masculine energy, because then you yourself will live the best life, finding yourself in your feminine energy as you should, and the man who is with you being very happy to be able to provide for you, to help you, and to spoil you. Because that's what a man does when he is in his masculine energy. Lastly, feminine energy is not weak, and you should never view it as a weakness. Being able to be in your receiving energy and receive all the blessings that life has to offer to you is actually very powerful. So being feminine is not a weakness, it's actually a weapon that you can use in your favor. And having feminine energy is exactly what distinguishes a woman who is being treated like complete trash, a woman who always wants to prove the world and other men how independent they can be, versus other women who are being treated like absolute goddesses, because they know that simply through their existence they can get anyone and anything. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know guys in the comments what you think and if you guys agree. Would love to know your opinion.